Ladies and gentlemen, I have the script to the entire 2023 NFL Draft. If you want me to reveal the script, keep watching, and I'm going to jump straight into it. Don't miss a single pick. I have the whole thing here. On the back of this piece of paper is every single name you need to know, including Stephen Ross's idiot bum butt. So watch this whole video. I have the script. Let's get straight into it right now. The Chicago Bears, with the first overall pick in the NFL Draft, will take Will Anderson. They were one of the clear worst defenses in the NFL. It's a team that needs a lot of help on every single side of the ball. Team that needs help at every single position. Probably get past on quarterback. Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields. The talk about them drafting a quarterback, it can get messy there if they do the wrong thing. They do some stuff that fans don't want them to. They're a team notorious for not drafting the best, to say. But Will Anderson makes a ton of sense here. Don't be surprised if they trade down this pick, though. They could still land Anderson at like 3. Maybe the Texans want to jump them. They switch off picks, something like that, just to make sure they get their quarterback in, you'll see, next pick. But Will Anderson, number 1 overall for the Bears. Again, not much explaining. Chicago just needs a ton of help, and Will Anderson is a baller. He is a guy that can provide them the help, and he's a great fit for this defense. Great edge rusher. He's a guy, I would say he's not going to have the impact that Micah Parsons is having on that Cowboys scheme, but he's a guy that can come in and wreck the league immediately like Micah Parsons did when he got drafted. Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate for sure. Will Anderson to the Bears. The 2 pick in this year's NFL Draft is C.J. Stroud to the Houston Texans. Texans are a team that needs a quarterback. General Mills was not a bad quarterback, but he's clearly not that guy if they want to win games. They need a bigger talent, a bigger name. C.J. Stroud is a huge name coming out of college, and he is my favorite quarterback in this draft over Bryce Young. Ohio State quarterbacks get a lot of hate, notorious for not developing, maybe translating their game to NFL as well as they did in college. C.J. Stroud is an absolute baller. I think he'll have no problem coming in with this Texans scheme. Maybe get him some receivers or some more offensive pieces to work with. But C.J. Stroud, number 2 to the Texans, for me, makes a ton of sense. That'll help that young team a lot. Brandon Cooks is their wide receiver 1. I definitely think they need to upgrade somewhere along there. They do get the receiver. His name is coming to a blank with me right now. I'll put it into the video. He's coming back after fighting a little bit of cancer, hopefully this year. He'll come back, maybe give C.J. Stroud a little bit of weapons, some stuff to work with. But C.J. Stroud, number 2 to the Texans. Number 3 in this draft is the Cardinals. If you notice, there's no trades in this mock draft. It's just strictly the order it's in now, 1 through 31. Myles Murphy to the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a team notorious for drafting some questionable defensive players. Myles Murphy, I don't think he's that questionable of a player. He's a great edge rusher for Clemson. I am a Clemson fan. So Myles Murphy is a baller. I really like him. And to the Cardinals, this is a good fit. J.J. Watt retiring, and Zaven Collins at linebacker position they drafted 1 or 2 years back. He'll just make this defense so much better. Myles Murphy's another player that can come in and instantly help this defense develop, be better than they are already, which is not that good. And so he'll instantly have an impact. Myles Murphy coming into this Cardinals defense, help them. Good pick at 3 here. Maybe Jalen Carter on the board, but I think they're more in the market for an edge rusher than a D tackle, to say. So Myles Murphy, edge rusher, going to the desert, pick number 3. Pick number 4 is the Indianapolis Colts, and they are going to be the team to take Bryce Young because they have had a very questionable quarterback situation for the past 4 or 5 years. Phillip Rivers, then it went to Carson Wentz, then Matt Ryan, then Sam Ehlinger. But now we're going to see Bryce Young, a talent, a franchise quarterback, actually for the first time since Andrew Luck here in Indianapolis. I think he will perform really well with the Colts. Michael Pittman to throw to. He also has, I'm blanking at Paris Campbell to throw to. Michael Pittman and Paris Campbell. So he'll have some receivers to start off with. They have young great talent there. The Colts, Jonathan Taylor is a baller. He had a down season, but don't be surprised when Jonathan Taylor bounces back just like that. Be like he never left. Bryce Young to Indianapolis makes a ton of sense. Develop a good offense, a really young offense. Just keep this thing rolling. New head coach coming in, so this will be exciting for an Indianapolis Colts fan. You get a stud of a player, Heisman winner. So look out for Bryce Young to the Colts with pick number 4. Pick number 5 in my mock draft is the Seattle Seahawks via Denver from that fleece of a Russell Wilson trade, where they're going to take Peter Skoronski to protect Geno Smith in that O-line. Peter Skoronski is the hands-down number 1 O-lineman in this draft class out of Northwestern. dude is a stud. He will pancake anyone. He does not care. He's an absolute menace. Reminds me of Trevor Penning minus the fights holding penalties. If you follow me on TikTok, you know I made a TikTok of that last year in the offseason before the season started. Peter Skoronski, look out for him. He's a great stud player. He's on the board. It only makes sense for Seattle to take him here. Protect Geno Smith. Protect Kenneth Walker. Seahawks down the line do have another pick. They have their own pick, and you'll see their next player makes a ton of sense too. Down near like pick 20 or something. But Peter Skoronski, number 5, makes a ton of sense. And if you haven't noticed, the LEDs behind me are changing for each team. So Peter Skoronski to the Seahawks. I was just bragging about it, and I forgot to change the lights. But Will Levis is a guy that could come and sit behind Jared Goff for a year or two and develop in that system with some young, good receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. You have Jamal Williams at running back, and you also have DeAndre Swift. It's a great offensive scheme. Penei Sewell run a little out route. You can use him as a receiver too. Why not? You know, defense could use a lot of work. But Will Levis here, quarterback. He's going to sit behind for a year or two behind Jared Goff. So don't think he's coming in to start first year. He's not. But Detroit, via the Matt Stafford trade, takes Will Levis with the 6th overall pick. The 7th overall pick in my mock draft is Jalen Carter to the Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders. Vegas by itself sounds pretty weird. But as you see by the graphic, bunch of casinos behind. That's the Vegas lifestyle, baby. Pick 7, rolling all 7s, lucking out with Jalen Carter, one of the best defensive players in the draft. Defensive lineman from Georgia, absolute baller. Number 88, wearing a tight end number. But he's coming to mess up some tight ends and mess up your quarterback. So look out for him. Going to Las Vegas, he's going to help this defense tremendously. A defense that did struggle this year. Offense, Derek Carr is also leaving. So Vegas is going to look like a whole new team. And yes, I guess for this remainder of the year, I'm calling them Vegas. So Vegas is going to look like a whole new team. This is a beautiful graphic, by the way, made by me. But I made all these graphics. If you're interested, honestly, hit me up on Instagram, DM me at Brogan Hellman. These graphics up here are changing, but Las Vegas Raiders get their guy in Jalen Carter to help this defensive line team up with Max Crosby, and that is dangerous. So there you go, Las Vegas, Jalen Carter. Pick number 8 in my draft is the Falcons, and they are going to take Devon Witherspoon, cornerback out of Illinois. First corner/DB off the board. This guy is a stud. He will lock you up, man, zone coverage. Physical guy out of Illinois. He will disrupt you. And he's going to team up with A.J. Terrell on one side, him on the other. What a show that would be. Scary defense there in Atlanta that they are building with the DBs at least. Richie Grant back at safety too. Now they just need some big defensive linemen. They already have a couple, maybe another good linebacker. But they're going to start building up now with Devon Witherspoon here at corner. Atlanta, look out. You just got yourself a stud in Devon Witherspoon. And pick number 9, Carolina is going to take the first receiver off the board in Quentin Johnston. This guy is huge. He is fast. He will take the ball from over you. Reminds me of a prime Julio Jones, who is going to be playing in a opposite team, rivals in the same conference. Quentin Johnston from TCU, ladies and gentlemen, a big part of that national championship run here in Carolina. You got yourselves a stud receiver to pair up with DJ Moore. Have DJ Moore yards after catch. Have him going over your head to get the catch. Quentin Johnston, huge physical receiver. Welcome to Charlotte. Welcome to Carolina, bud. You're playing against my Dolphins, though, so take it easy. Xavier Howard is going to lock you up, by the way. Quentin Johnston, welcome to Carolina. Pick number 10 in the draft is the Philadelphia Eagles. Tough luck in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts played a great game. You guys played a great game. It was a beautiful game to watch for any sports fan. But Brian Bresee, yeah, I'm assuming it's Bresee. I'm a Clemson fan. I don't even know that. But Brian Bresee is going to make this defensive lineman even better. Defensive line even better. You know Howie Roseman loves his defensive linemen, so Brian Bresee right here, if he's still on the board, is an absolute great pick for the Eagles. He's going to look good in the Eagles uniform, too. He's one of those guys I can already imagine him in the Eagles uniform. He's going to look pretty good in this Kelly green, as you can see behind me. But this looks like a no-doubter. I wouldn't say no-doubter, but this looks like a pretty obvious choice for the Eagles here, Howie Roseman. I would take Brian Bresee off the board. He's a guy that disrupts the run like crazy. He can get in there on the pad deflection game, put his hands up like Tyreek Hill in the Pro Bowl. Brian Bresee to the Eagles, pick number 10. Just another defensive lineman to add. The city of Nashville and the Tennessee Titans with pick number 11 are going to take the second offensive lineman off the board in Paris Johnson here from Ohio State. A big physical guy that's going to pancake you just like Peter Skoronski. Ohio State linemen are looking pretty good in this year's draft. I'm not going to lie. He comes into Nashville, disrupts any defensive lineman trying to get by. In college, at least, it might be a whole different ballpark in NFL, but I feel like this guy's going to translate perfectly fine. He's big, he's hungry, and he's hungry for some pancakes, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's going to be whipping them up on the NFL field for the Tennessee Titans, protecting whoever the heck their quarterback is. I'm assuming Ryan Tannehill. Josh Dobbs I like Josh Dobbs, he's a baller, but whoever is quarterback back there, they're going to be protected from Paris Johnson. They need protection because that O-line is not great. I was talking about the Texans' next pick. I did not realize it was 12 via Cleveland because of the Deshaun Watson fleece trade so far. Jordan Addison, the second receiver off the board. He is a great receiver. If you haven't seen the highlight reel I made for him at USC, go watch it. It'll be up in a card up there. Go watch it. I really like the way it turned out. But Jordan Addison is a great receiver. I love Jordan Addison here. He's very fast. He's a bit smaller, but he's fast. We know Devontae Smith, the Slim Reaper. He is fast. Call him the Flash. That rhymes, and I'm him. Jordan Addison is him for sure. Go give C.J. Stroud another target. Brandon Cooks, Jordan Addison, and Mechie. I started to think of the name. John Mechie. There we go. I thought of the name. John Mechie III. That's your name. I do remember now. But Jordan Addison, Brandon Cooks, John Mechie, C.J. Stroud, Damian Pierce. That offense does not sound bad, and it sounds really young. So the Texans here building up in this draft just like the Jets last year. Jordan Addison, you're a New York Jets, a division rival of ours, at pick 13, are going to take Broderick Jones, offensive lineman. He is another great lineman, the third lineman off the board. These linemen this year are dogs. There is no doubt about it. He looks a bit smaller in this picture, wearing 59, but he is not small. He's physical. He, again, is hungry for some pancakes. He'll whip up some pancakes on the field. He's not scared. Put him, protect whoever the heck your quarterback is, too. It's the same deal with the frickin' Paris Johnson on the Titans. You don't know who that quarterback's going to be. Not assuming anything, really. Zach Wilson, who knows? Mike White, who knows? Lamar Jackson, who knows? That's another video I've covered up here in a card. But Broderick Jones to protect whoever the heck that quarterback is. Same thing with the Titans. Broderick Jones, though, you are a Jet. You're a Jet. Another division rival in the New England Patriots. They're getting such mid picks because they're such mid teams. But Joey Porter Jr., the second corner off the board after Devon Witherspoon. Another great cover corner out of Penn State. This guy will disrupt the pass game like no one's business. He'll get in your face. He'll press you. And he is going to be pressing Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill next year on the Patriots against the Dolphins. He's not going to win those battles. Be for real. But he will try for sure because he will be on the Patriots. He will be lined up there in place of Stephon Gilmore. So Joey Porter Jr., a player right here, a new player for the New England Patriots, and another piece for Belichick to work with. The Green Bay Packers at pick number 15. Brian Branch, the first safety off the board, third DB. We saw DB go the pick before in Joey Porter Jr., but Brian Branch is taken out of Alabama. I think that might have been the third Alabama player. Don't quote me on that. Second, third Alabama player taken so far, which only 2 in the lottery is kind of surprising for Alabama, kind of slouching. But Brian Branch, a great safety. He kind of reminds me of Minkah Fitzpatrick, who also attended Alabama. He kind of gives me those type of vibes, and Minkah Fitzpatrick is a beast if you know anything about the NFL. So Brian Branch here going to the Packers, pick number 15. Great fit for the Packers. They do need some more coverage, and Brian Branch is going to provide that coverage like AT&T, baby. Brian Branch. Halfway through, well, actually over halfway because of Stephen Ross, but over halfway through, the fourth DB taken, third in a row, Cam Smith out of South Carolina. If you know anything about what I've been saying this whole video, I'm a Clemson fan, so goodbye. But Cam Smith going to go to the NFL and prosper, play for the Washington Commanders. He's going pick 16. He's a corner. He's a cover corner, not country corner. Well, South Carolina, so he's a country corner. But he's a cover corner. He's a blanket coverage corner. He's a great corner, physical corner. If you couldn't tell, he plays corner. So he's going to go play corner for Washington. I'm going to need to get some water after saying corner so many times. But the Washington Commanders have found their new, you guessed it, corner. The Pittsburgh Steelers decided to finally protect their quarterback with Kenny Pickett back in the shotgun. Osiris Terrence is going to deliver some pancakes to the fourth O-lineman taken in the draft so far. I don't know why I'm counting these things, but it's kind of fun. Maybe if I get one wrong, you guys can clown me in the comments. But Osiris Terrence to the Steelers. That's what team we're on, the Steelers. He plays for Florida, if you didn't know, by that logo up there in the corner. That is a Gator. That's the Florida Gators. So he's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to protect Kenny Pickett and give him some more time to chuck the ball up to George Pickens and let him go make an incredible catch. I have really been slacking on the lights. I don't know. There's been a couple times where I just skip straight over teams. I don't know. It's still a couple picks later. But the fifth DB taken, and it is the fourth in 5 picks with Christian Gonzalez, another blanket cover corner. Oh, it's going to be a tongue twister, ladies and gentlemen. But a blanket cover corner out of Oregon. That is an Oregon logo right there, if you couldn't tell. It's the big O. Big O on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? The Lions found another corner, pair up with Jeff Okudah. Maybe give Jeff Okudah a little bit of a drive to pick it up for what would be his fourth year, I believe. The Lions here getting Christian Gonzalez, another great corner, and getting some help on that defense like they need. Took Will Levis with the 6th pick, and now they're taking Christian Gonzalez with the 18th, which is like the Dolphins a couple years ago when we took Jalen Waddle with the 6th pick, and then Jalen Phillips with the 18th pick. There you go. We saw how those two players turned out. Amazing. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you were probably expecting a quarterback here, but honestly, there's really, besides from Anthony Richardson, I don't know who I'd want to give them in this pick, but Michael Mayer, the best tight end by a long shot in the draft. Well, not really a long shot, but by a medium shot in the draft. He's going to Tampa Bay here as a tight end, out of Notre Dame, ND, up in Indiana. He is great. He's a physical player. He is fast, somewhat, for a tight end. Fast, physical, great hands, as a tight end should have. And he'll also serve up some pancakes on the side, maybe chef it up a little. He is going to Tampa Bay, and he's going to be a boss. O.J. Howard, I'm not sure 100% if he's still with the Buccaneers, but if he is, pair up, learn some stuff behind O.J. Howard a little bit, and go dominate in the NFL. The 20th pick in the draft is Tyree Wilson. He's finally off the board. We haven't seen an edge rusher go in a while, and here is another one. Tyree Wilson, he is a great player. He is solid. He's really fast off the line. He's going to get to your quarterbacks in the NFC West very fast. Faster than Kyler Murray can probably escape because he has no line either. But Tyree Wilson right here, he's going to blow up Kyler Murray. Hope he does more studying and less COD because Tyree Wilson is coming to the division. Same with Matt Stafford. He's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. Tyree Wilson, welcome to Seattle. You are going to join, and you're going to have to battle Peter Skoronski every day in practice, which is going to make both of you just so much better than you already are. And it's going to be scary for both your offense and your defense now. Welcome to Seattle, and welcome help
Pick
build this
number
young
21,
team.
the LA
Chargers. Taking what is only the 3rd receiver off the board so far in Jackson Smith-Njigba here out of Ohio State. The 3rd or 4th Ohio State player taken off the board with the beautiful LA scenery behind. Probably my favorite graphic in this whole compilation, honestly, that I made. Follow me on Instagram. DM me if you want one. But Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to join this Mike Williams and Keenan Allen receiving core, along with Josh Palmer, a receiver that I really like. Josh Palmer, I just really like him for some reason. I really think he's a solid player. But he's going to make the 4th pretty good receiver on that roster. Give Jay Herbo another target. Austin Eckler can already run free all he wants. So he's a good receiving back too. So that's 5 great targets. Not to mention Donald Parham Jr. So this is just building up targets for Jay Herbo. Maybe they can finally win a game that matters. Jackson Smith-Njigba, welcome to LA. Ladies and gentlemen, pick number 22, another DB. This is like the 6th or 7th off the board. It is another cover corner in Kelee Ringo, the guy that won Georgia the national championship in 2021 with the pick 6 to secure the bag against Bryce Young. Kelee Ringo's a baller. I'm surprised I honestly put him this far back on the board. Maybe going back, maybe the Lions should draft Kelee over Christian Gonzalez, but they're all studs. So in the end, it comes down to the GMs. I'm not a GM. I'm just a guy making videos in his room. So Keely Ringo I have going 22 to Baltimore. I could see this working really well, working with Marcus Peters, working with, I can't think of names, dude. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't. But working with whoever they have, a DB, making a great system down there. And Keely
Is this
Ringo,
even real life? Another corner, cover corner, fast corner. Clark Phillips III off the board.
Are you serious right now?
If you know anything about Jordan Anderson, pick number 12 to the Texans earlier, you would know that Utah played USC, beat them both times, and Clark Phillips had Jordan Addison pretty much on lock for those games. Clark Phillips is a great corner. You can see him rocking that Utah jersey, and now he's going to be rocking a Minnesota jersey going against Justin Jefferson every day in practice, which is just going to make him so much better. Another corner. If another DB goes off the board, I don't know what I'm going to do, but welcome to Minnesota. Please don't be a DB. Please don't be a DB. It's DeJuan Jones, offensive lineman from Ohio State to Jacksonville. Okay, it's not another DB. Jacksonville, Duval County, you get an offensive lineman to protect Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne in the backfield. DeJuan Jones, another guy that serves up pancakes. If you're an O-lineman in the draft, first round, you're pretty much guaranteed to be serving up some freshly whipped pancakes. But going to Duval County with the beautiful city of Jacksonville behind on this graphic, DeJuan Jones, welcome to Jacksonville. You are now a Jaguar, and you are going to look good in that uniform, boy. I can tell you that now. Ooh, okay, so another New York team, the Giants, obviously, with a later pick than usual, because they actually did play very, very well this season. Brian Daboll, Coach of the Year. Very exciting stuff there if you are a Giants fan. And even more exciting stuff, getting a receiver to replace Kenny, 0 touchdown, 1 touchdown, Galladay. So Zay Flowers here, another receiver. This is the 5th receiver I recall out of Boston College. Not the 5th one out of Boston College, the 5th one that is out of Boston. You know what I'm saying. Zay Flowers, he's going to be a Giant. Sterling Shepard, too. They kind of remind me of each other. Sterling Shepard, Zay Flowers, only me. Kind of remind me of each other. But Zay Flowers, going to team up with Sterling Shepard, DJ, whatever they do with that quarterback situation in the offseason, and Saquon Barkley. So they're only improving their offense, and their defense is good right now, too. So the Giants, you get another target. And here it is, finally, Bijan Robinson, best running back in the draft, hands down. We always see like one running back go in the first round, and here it is, Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys, a team that, if you're on running backs, Ezekiel Elliott is not that guy. He gets worse and worse every single year. His production rate is not that good. He is going to be joining the Dallas Cowboys. He'll probably sit behind Tony Pollard, who'll be the RB1. Zeke will probably be the RB2, he'll be the RB3, but I can imagine they'll use him interchangeably. Bijan Robinson is a now Cowboy. Hopefully they don't waste his career away like they were doing with Zeke, but Bijan Robinson, a guy I really like out of college, a guy I would wanted the Dolphins to get. But Bijan Robinson, you are a Dallas Cowboy. Yes, I know, it's another DB. Also the lights too, okay? Okay, I'm tired. I'm just kidding. I'm not that tired. I actually had a cold shower for the first time and kind of feeling really energetic, if you couldn't tell. But Antonio Johnson, safety out of Texas A&M. He flies around the field. He's really good. That's why he's probably a top first-round pick in the draft. You have to be probably somewhat good. Can't just be an average Joe. But here he is on the Bills, playing with Josh Allen, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer. He's in a good DB room. He's going to learn from the best of the best, and he's going to become one of the best one day, which I don't know why I'm saying that because I'm a Dolphins fan, but take it easy, okay? And whoa, ladies and gentlemen, the Bengals take the 2nd tight end of the first round. Not something you see every day, 2 tight ends going in the first round, and not one of them not being from Iowa. But here he is, Darnell Washington, big tight end, big fast tight end out of Georgia. This guy can move, he can catch, he can hurdle, he can truck, he can serve up pancakes too. This is a baller right here. He's going to look good catching passes from Joe Burrow, blocking for Joe Mixon. There's probably another Joe on the roster he'll meet there. Welcome to the city of Cincinnati. Darnell Washington, he's going to be an absolute menace in that color, in that orange and black. He's going to be an absolute menace. And whoa, another thing you don't see every day. It is Tanner McKee, and something you do see every day is me not changing my lights because I'm an idiot and realized just now. But Tanner McKee, pick 29, New Orleans Saints. I'm pretty sure this is via the 49ers, via someone else. That got all interchanged somewhere. But Tanner McKee, the 4th quarterback taken in the 1st round to the New Orleans Saints, a team with a very, very questionable quarterback situation with Andy Dalton starting right now. They have Jameis Winston too. Jameis Winston too. Tanner McKee is going to be the 3rd quarterback in that room out of Stanford, a very prestigious school, so he's a smart guy. But Tanner McKee out of Stanford goes to the Saints. Not a lot of people expecting it. Saints fans, let me know how you feel about this in the comments. But Tanner McKee is the newest addition to that quarterback room. All right, I changed the lights now. Are you happy? Also, linebacker just got drafted. Andre Carter out of Army. I'm pretty sure he can actually play. I'm not sure 100% what the rules are coming from those Army affiliate schools. But Andre Carter, I got to see him play in person. Another person I got to see him play in person. He's a stud. Went to a Coastal game when they played him week 1. Coastal got the dub, but that's what's up. Also saw Zach Wilson play, if you guys didn't know. Also saw Tyler Algier. He's balling out for the Falcons this last year. But Andre Carter to the Eagles, pick number 30. We're almost done. We got one more pick, and then I have a surprise waiting for you at the end. But Andre Carter, here he is. Pick number 30 to the Eagles. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, select Derek Hall, an edge rusher out of Auburn. This guy is a stud, and he's just going to add so much more to that defense. Oh my gosh. You saw that safety absolutely balling out for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Now you got Derek Hall joining the squad with Chris Jones, about to wreak havoc. Quarterbacks are already scared playing the Chiefs defense, and now they have even more reason to be scared. It's not going to be Burrowhead anymore, I'll tell you that. Derek Hall is going to disrupt that Bengals O-line every time they go there. But Derek Hall, final pick in the 1st round, final pick of my mock draft to the Kansas City Chiefs. Congratulations, Derek Hall. Congratulations, Kansas City Chiefs, for winning the Super Bowl. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this mock draft. If you want a surprise, then wait one more second. The forfeited pick, the clown himself, Stephen Ross. You see the little meme here? Hey pal, you just blow in from Stupid Town.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Because he did, yeah. Look, he got the clown hair and everything. Stephen Ross, we're in a landfill right now. Sell the team, Steven. Sell the team, Steven. I'm not even changing the LEDs for you. Sell the team. I'll change it to the Dolphins LEDs when you sell the team. No one wants you. Fire Chris Greer, too, for all I care. Keep Mike McDaniel, though. I love Mike McDaniel. But just leave, please. Please, just leave.